Hi guys, hi, welcome to another video. Okay, in this video, today we are going to go to the subtopic for integration, which is definite integral. Okay, looking at the subtopic, looking at the name definite, I think most of you would understand, okay, what is definite means. Okay, but if you don't worry. Okay, I'm here to guide you, help you. My name is teacher Veronica, and if this is your first time viewing my videos, welcome, and also don't forget to subscribe, show some love by clicking like, okay, and also sharing this with a friend who you think might benefit them, and they want to learn addmaths where they find it's so difficult and they just need a simple step-by-step explanation. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so now let's look at what is definite integral. Now, before this, we learn what is indefinite integral. Okay, if you are taking down notes or you have your notebook with you and you are writing down, okay, it's very good. It's always the best to do that when you're learning through YouTube or you're learning through videos. Keep a book beside you, write down whatever the presenter or the teacher is teaching and all. Make sure you know what you want to learn for this topic, okay, for this subtopic. So uh, indefinite integral, which we learned before this, okay, I might post the link up here or you can search in my playlist. Okay, indefinite means when you do the integration, right? Okay, when you do the integration, you will get your answer, okay, equals to an equation. Okay, you'll get the numbers and all plus c. Have you realized that when you do indefinite, it's always plus c at the back? Okay, there is always plus c, plus a constant. Okay, why you have a plus a constant? Because you are changing it into equation. From a gradient, you are changing it to become equation. So there's always plus c. There's a y-intercept there. Okay, now in this part, this is definite integral. So when you see this word, okay, definite, all right, what it means? Definite means it's like definitely, right? Like it's there. Okay, so in this context here, definite is it means that you will have something called the upper limit. Okay, if this is something new, make sure you understand this well. And you will have something called the lower limit. Okay, then only you will have your gradient function and you do integration. Okay, see carefully. Upper limit, lower limit. That means, for example, I give straight one example. You might have the upper limit might be 5, the lower limit might be 3. Okay, then you might have your integration, okay, your dy dx gradient function, 3x squared plus 3. Okay, so now can you see the difference between indefinite previously and definite? Okay, definite must always have this, must have limits. Okay, why it has limits is because the integration is happening from this point to this point. That's what it means. Okay, like from x from 3 to 5, this is where the integration is happening. Okay, or if like they give different numbers, that means you have to follow the limit numbers. Okay, now the good thing here is, okay, when you solve definite integral, the good part is you don't have to add the c. Yay! Okay, because most of the times when students do the indefinite, right? Okay, I know most of you will forget to put the c at the back, plus c, plus c. So I usually give I usually give some kind of, like, you keep how to say, you keep something, you make the c, okay, choose something to resemble the c. Okay, like, oh, I must always plus c. Okay, the c stands for what? Can be anything. Okay, you can say for anything. I don't know, it's up to the student, because for me personally, I remember best like that. Okay, the c, you give a name for the c. Okay, maybe your own name. If you are Crystal, you're supposed to put plus Crystal. Okay, so you must always remember to plus c. But the advantage here for definite integral is you don't have to plus c. Okay, because why don't it? You already got the lower limit and upper limit. So you already got like a range of integration that you are doing. So you don't have to plus the C. Okay, now let's look at example of solving definite. Okay, let's do an example of solving definite integral. Okay, we have the question now. Okay, which is the first question, evaluate uh, integration from 1 to 3. Okay, you have to read the lower limit first, then you read the upper limit. Okay, so do integration from 1 to 3 for 4x minus 1 dx. Okay, now first step, okay, we integrate the this part, the value, the equation inside. Okay, so when you're doing integration, you put the big bracket. Okay, you will know why in a while we put the big bracket. Okay, so 4x will become 4x square divided by 2. Okay, minus 1 will become what? Remember I told that constants will always must add an x. Okay, so minus x. Okay, then why we put the big bracket is because we want to write the lower limit and the upper limit. So the lower limit you write here and upper limit you write here. So means it's going to be like outside of the bracket. Okay, that's what it's. That's why we put the bracket. Okay, so here now solve the 4 and 2. Okay, so that means you have 2x square minus x. Okay, from 1 to 3. Okay, now we solve. Okay, this is the important part. How to solve? Substitute the points. Okay, substitute the points means put the value of 3, and after you put the value of 3, you need to also substitute the value of 1. So both also you need to do. Okay, so first we substitute the value of 3. So it becomes like this. 2. Okay, I still put bracket. 2. Okay, substitute the 3 into the x. Okay, can see? Okay, then minus. Again, substitute the 3 into the x. Wherever you see x, substitute the first upper limit. Okay, that is in the first box, the first bracket. Then minus, must minus, okay? Minus, substitute the 1. Now we substitute the lower limit. Okay, substitute the 1 square minus, okay, 1. Wherever got x, you have to put 1 now. Okay, so now let's solve the equation. Okay, so the first one will become 15. Okay, minus 2 minus 1, which is 1. So 15 minus 1 is 40. Okay, so that means, yeah, that is our final answer. So we get 40. Okay, so it's quite easy. All you must do is do the integration inside the bracket, substitute the limits. When you substitute the limits, the upper limit minus with the lower limit. Okay, now let's go to the next part, B. Okay, let's try B. Yeah. Okay, B we have, I think you cannot see. Okay, like this better. Okay, B we have two brackets here. Okay, when you have two brackets here, how to do the integration? You expand. Okay, you expand it, so easy for you. Okay, so we expand like this. Okay, this way. Okay, so when you expand, you keep still write the integral sign, because we haven't do the integration yet. The moment you do the integration, then only you put the bracket. So x square minus 3x plus x minus 3. Okay, solve whatever you can solve. Here will become minus 2x minus 3. Okay, now can we do the integration part? Yes, because we already got a proper equation to do. So now you can put the big bracket. Okay, put the big bracket. So let's solve the integration. So here will become x power of 3 over 3 minus 2x square over square minus 3x. Put outside the bracket the upper limit and the lower limit. Okay, now what we must do next step? Obviously, we must substitute substitute. Okay, substitute the first, which one? The upper limit. Okay, let's substitute the upper limit first. Okay. For the up one, I put 1. Okay. Power of 3 over 3 minus 2. Okay, 1 again. Power of 2 over 2. Oh yeah, this one 2 and 2 can cut off. So I don't have to write the 2 again. So I straight away just write 1 only. Okay, 1. 2 and 2 cut already. Okay, teacher cut already the 2. So then minus 3 times 1. So if you see all the pink color one and all, so I want you to understand which part I'm substituting. Okay, I'm substituting only the x. Okay, then you must minus. Minus, now substitute all the negative 1. Okay, so negative 1 power of 3 over 3 minus negative 1 square minus 3 times negative 1. Okay, so solve the first bracket first. Okay, let's key in our calculator. Key in together because I find that most students, when they key in, they are getting different answer, okay, compared to the answer scheme. Okay, so you need to learn how to key in. Okay, 1 over 3, right? So 1 cube is 1. So I put 1 over 3. Okay, minus 1 minus 3. I get negative 11 over 3. Okay, did you get that as well or not? Check in your calculator, because even keying in the numbers in the calculator is a skill. Okay, keying in is also a skill. So you should get negative 11 over 3. Okay, then minus, okay, for the back one, negative 1 of 3 over 3 minus negative 1 square minus 3 negative 1. Okay, I get 5 over 3. Did you get this as well? Minus 5 over 3. Okay, please let me know if you get it together with teacher to make me feel like, you guys are good, you guys are doing good. Okay, so when you minus this, you will get your answer negative 16 over 3. Okay, please let me know, because this keying in the calculator thing is a serious thing. If you don't learn it from form 4, sometimes when you come form 5, it will be hard for you, unless you can use the normal there's another calculator, which this one, it's like more like you can straight away key in everything. I think it's the FX. I forgot the thing. This one is a 991. I know there's another one that most students use. Okay, so you can use that. That one, if you key in the whole thing, usually you will get the answer immediately, so you don't have to worry. But if you're using the 570, I know many of you are still using this, especially those of you from 5 this year. So practice your keying in the numbers. Okay, so I hope, okay, this part you're clear. Okay, before we go to the next question, so I'm going to give you one question which I want you to try, and if you try you get the answer, please comment in the section. Okay, let me write the answer question. Okay, so we have the question there. Pause the video, take your time, answer, key in the values one by one in your calculator. Give me the answer in the comment, and I will definitely reply you if you're correct. If you're wrong, then you would learn from your mistakes. Okay, it's okay if you're wrong, as long you try, give it a go, because addmaths is all about practicing. You can't just sit there and watch only. Okay, you have to try it together. Okay, so I hope you pause this before you start the next session. Okay. All right, so teacher hope that just now the previous question you all gave a try, you all commented, and I'm very sure if you comment, I'll definitely reply you. Okay, I'll definitely give a response whether your answer is correct or you need to make it. You need to correct the mistake. Okay, now we go to the next part. If you see this part, the question is slightly different. Okay, why it's slightly different? Because before this, we had to find the value of the definite integral. Okay, but right now you are already given the definite integral with the value. That means it's like it's already there. What you have to do is you need to use the given one. Okay, you have to use, you cannot ignore the given one. Okay, so that means if you see here this part, right? Okay, this is already given. Okay, so we need to use this right now. Okay, so remember, the pattern of the definite integral must follow like the given pattern. Okay, if it's not following, then there are some rules that we need to follow. Okay, so I'll go through the rules and how you can solve this. Okay, let's start. Okay, it is given that the integration from 2 to 5 for fx dx is equals to 3. Okay, so the value is equals to 3. Find the integration from 5 to 2 for fx dx. Okay, look here, what is the difference between the given one and the one now we supposed to find? Only the limit, right? The limit, the upper limit and the lower limit reversed, they changed. Okay, so just use one rule. Okay, the rule is very easy. If you see the upper limit and the lower limit change place, okay, that means now the value, right, of fx dx integration will become a negative. That's all only. Okay, so if the position of the limits change, that means the value will become negative. This is one of the rule. Okay, the rule. Okay, so the first one is very easy. Just change the positive number become, but if it's given one is negative, means what will happen to this answer now? Our answer will become positive. Okay, so just the balik only. Okay, now let's look at B. Okay, B, if you see the fx now got -2. Okay, when you see got minus and got plus, okay, got minus and plus, do it separately. That's your keyword here. Do it separately. Okay, so that means what I mean is separate the thing. Okay, see how teacher separate. Okay, first write the integration of 2 to 5 for fx dx. Do for fx dx first. Then minus integration from 2 to 5 for 2 dx. That means we are doing two separate integration. Okay, now can you see? Okay, so if like in this case like this means you can do the first one, solve the first part, then you minus the behind part. Okay, the first part here now will become what? Is the first part equal to the yellow color, the one in the box given? Yes, it's equal. So that means the value here is 3. Straight away can write value is 3. Okay, now minus. Okay, now the behind one, we must do the integration. Okay, so we do the integration. So 2 will become 2x. Okay, remember, whenever you integrate a number constant, you must attach x to it. Okay, then behind we just write 2, limit 2 to 5. Okay, now we just solve the back, the behind one, the bracket one here. So I'm going to put in the value of 5 first. Then I'm going to minus and I'm going to substitute the lower limit 2. Okay, so here we get 10 minus 4, 6. So the final answer 3 minus 6 is negative 3. So this is the value of for the B. Okay, so teacher hope that if you are doing together, okay, you are writing down together means it's very good. So you can understand. You must do separation first, separate it, solve one by one. Okay, can so far? Okay, now let's go to the last question. Okay, C, find the value of K. Where is K? If, okay, in integration from 2 to 5 fx plus kx. Oh, there's a k there. K is there inside. Okay. Dx is equals to 24. Okay. Okay. First step, what you do? Okay. You copy this thing first. We copy this first and before we solve. Okay, let me write the thing first. Integration 2 to 5 fx, okay, plus kx. Okay, dx equals to 24. Okay, now this part here we're going to solve, right? Okay, remember, this one teacher said if got plus and minus, you must separate it. Okay, so now we're going to do the separation thing. Okay, so let's do the separation. Okay, first write the integration, okay, from 2 to 5 for fx dx, plus write the integration from 2 to 5 for kx dx equals to 24. Okay, now the first one, can we use the given value? 2 to 5 fx is given, right? This one. Okay, so I'm going to write the 3. Okay, over here will become 3. 3 plus. Okay, now we have integration of kx. So that means our kx, the x will become x square over 2. Okay, usually there's another thing also that you can do here. Okay, which is if you see a constant, okay, or if you see a letter, you see number in front the x, okay, what you can do is you can take this k, put it outside. Can. This only applies for constants. Like means like numbers, or you see like letters like this, other than x. X cannot put outside. Okay, like k, like this all can put outside. Okay. Now, so now we put the k outside. Let's say if I put the k outside, that means I must write like this, isn't it? So I'm going to rewrite plus k. Okay, so you integrate from 2 to 5 kx dx. Okay, so now it became like this. Okay, now I'm going to like wait for a moment so you like can see what happened here, because most of the times students will feel like they don't understand how this k thing went out. Okay, because k is like a letter, okay, which you cannot integrate, right? The k you cannot integrate, right? So since you cannot integrate that, we move it, go to the front, in front of the integration, in the integration sign, the integral. Okay, take a moment, understand this properly. Okay, now if you can see, oh, hold on, here the k went out already, right? So there's no, you don't have to write the k again. Okay, the k is out already, I forgot, I won't put the k again. Okay, no, the k already out means no need already. Okay, now we continue. Okay, so 3 plus k. Okay, integrate the x. The x becomes x squared over 2. So integrate from the lower limit 2 to 5 equals to 24. Okay, now, okay, so here you substitute the values. 5 square over 2 minus 2 square over 2. So we minus the upper limit, then minus with the lower limit, equals to 24. So let's solve inside the bracket. So we will get here 25 over 2 minus 4 over 2 is 2. So we'll get 21 over 2. 21 over 2. Okay, so now we can solve and find the value of k. So the 3 pindah pergi belakang. Transfer, move to the back. Okay, so becomes 24 minus 3. So will become 21. Okay, k and 21 over 2. What we how to move the 21 over 2 to the back? What will it become? Because I see some students still struggle when you bring this go behind. Remember, okay, it's very easy. When you see that it's attached attached to another letter or attached to another constant. That means actually in the middle here is times. So when you move, it will become divide. Okay, divide 21 over 2. So this one you can straight away key in your calculator. 21 divide 21 over 2. So you will get k is 2. Okay, I hope this part, okay, can understand how, because this one is quite important, okay, the way we answer these questions. There's a chance that this kind of questions might come up for your mid-year, okay, something like this. So practice this, okay. Always remember that you need to do the practices, okay. Even though you learn and you feel that you understand, always make sure that you do the practices, and then you will feel the confidence. You will know that, oh, I can do this, I'm able to answer this part of the topic and everything, and that will boost you for to get your A's in your SPM later. Okay, so I will continue with one more last example. Okay, one more last example. Okay, so now we are going for the last example. Okay, and maybe after that I might give you guys a question. You can write down in the comment section what's your answer. Okay, let's look at this. Okay, this one is a little bit different because here we are finding the values. Okay, but we are finding the values of k, and if you realize, the difference for this question is the value of k is at the upper limit. It's not like the normal k that we are finding. Okay, so first step, okay, we write this. Okay, I'm going to write this equation first. Okay, that means integration from -1 to k of 2x minus 5 dx, we must get -12. Okay, so first step, do the integration first. Okay, when you do integration, change it into bracket. So becomes 2x squared over 2 minus 5x. Okay, put the limits outside of the bracket, goes to -12. Okay, once you do this ready, now we solve the, okay, bracket one. So 2 cut, and what's going to happen now is we are going to substitute the values, right? Okay, so k power of 3 minus 5k. Okay, then we minus with -1 power of 3 minus 5 times -1. Okay, now let's solve this. Okay, k power of 3 minus 5k, you cannot solve, so you just write back minus. Okay, inside here, what value do we get? Okay, -1 power of 3 minus 5 -1. 4. Okay, do you realize that I actually still write down the bracket? Do you realize that I still write the bracket? Okay, why do I write the bracket is because, okay, when you see a negative here, okay, usually before the brackets, okay, before the bracket, if got negative means please maintain the bracket, because sometimes if inside here is suddenly you get -4 lah, contoh example, you get -4, then what happens is the negative and negative, your final answer here will become a plus. So these things happen. So that's why whenever you see a minus before the bracket, always put the bracket, maintain the bracket, don't open up the bracket. Okay, now we do the opening part. Okay, we open the bracket. So k power of 3 minus 5k minus 4 equals to -12. Now, if you look at this part of the equation, does it remind you of anything? How to solve? Is this power of 3? Did I write it wrongly? Oh, oops. This is power of 2. Power of 2, power of 2, power of 2. Okay, everything is, this part is wrong already. Okay. Now, we'll go back here. This power of 2, okay, I have written this wrongly. Power of 2, power of 2. So that means inside here will be different value now. Okay, you must have been thinking, right? Okay, while you're watching this. Okay, 5 negative 1. Okay, that means here we should get 6. Okay, here is 6. This is k square. Yes, now should be correct. Okay, square. Yes, that means just now my 2 was like 3. I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm so sorry. So now this one is going to be okay. Now, does this remind you of anything? Does this remind you of anything? How to solve the k? Okay, remember, whenever you see a square power of 2, what happens is, okay, bring whatever that is behind the equal sign, bring all of them go to the front. Okay, so becomes k square minus 5k minus 6 plus 12 equals to 0. So now if you see your equation is a quadratic equation, use your calculator, solve the quadratic equation, you will get the values. Okay, if you're not sure, please go YouTube and learn how to solve the quadratic by calculator. There are a lot of videos for this. So k equals to 3, k equals to 2. So make sure, don't forget to write it in this form also. K minus 3, k minus 2. So inside here you must write k minus 3, k minus 2. Don't straight away just write the answer. You need to show that part of working. Okay, how you got it. Okay, so now we already got the value of k. So okay, it's quite easy. Okay, this part is also quite doable. You can do. You just have to keep practicing different types of question, k-bar questions and all. Okay, now teacher's going to give a question. Okay, let's see if you guys can answer. Okay, question time. So if you can answer, write it in the comment section. I will respond whether your answer is correct, or if you have made a mistake, it's okay. You are in the learning process. It's as I said, now is like your practice section, right? So if you do mistake now, it's okay, rather than doing mistake in the real SPM later. Okay, so let me find a nice question that I can give. Okay, definite integral. Okay. Okay, evaluate. Okay, let me give two questions. Okay, so we have okay, these two questions, can write it down. Okay, solve. When you do the solving and all, okay, make sure you time yourself. It's very important to time, because when you time yourself, it's like okay, within this minutes I'm actually completing the answers. Okay, because in SPM you only have like you have like 2 hours for paper one and all, and soon I'll be releasing about the format for paper one, paper two, and how many minutes and everything. But always make sure you know how long you take to solve a question. It's very important. Like, you just take your phone. Okay, just take your phone, set the timer. Okay, like put, okay, on the thing, set your timer, and if you already done, press stop and write the minute on top. That will be very good for you. Okay, so teacher hope that this part, okay, you guys can understand. Okay, you can always go to my Facebook group, my Telegram group, and post your questions. There are a lot of other teachers also helping in that group. Okay, and I'll see you in my next video, which we have to cover for area and the volume part for integration. Okay, so until I see you in my next video class, bye.